pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
Follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Truck Series from the Talladega Superspeedway here on JTN. Cannot thank you enough for joining us here tonight. This is a special race in memory of Open Speedway admin Gordon McCulloch, who passed away recently. Wanted to start off by extending our condolences to his family, his friends, and gonna have all these drivers racing in memory of Gordo here tonight. As always, I'm your host, Joe Towanski. Joining me up here in the booth tonight, our very own Mr. Joseph Weaver. Weaver, we're here at Talladega once again.
That we are, Joe. Gonna have a good one here tonight. All these drivers out here, they want to come home, take home some prizes that they're offering tonight, and race in memory of their friend that they lost.
One of those prizes is already on the line. We're going to get $25 to our poll challenge winner or poll sitter here tonight. So as you see those results start to come across the top of your screen, be on the lookout for what driver is sitting on top of the scoring pylon with the best lap time in town. We'll have $50 to the race winner. Second and third place are also going to take home some Bomb Squad Racing plates. And we will also be giving away a copy of our game here on JTN Auto Sim 2 throughout the night. Right now, Ricky J up on top of that board in the number 193 of Oils Trucking for. But Talladega, it's a 66-lap race here tonight. Weaver, Talladega, we all know all the trials and tribulations that this track likes to throw at these drivers. But with the trucks, makes things a little more interesting.
Yeah, Joe, we're going to be going a little slower than your Cup cars here, so it's going to give these guys a lot of big runs. Going to be some tight fields, expecting to be 2 and 3 wide, and some good racing all through the night.
What is the level, of ability for these guys to make passes and generate runs on their own? Can you be a captain solo here tonight, or are you going to have to find some friends up and down the running order to make your way to the front?
I think under the right circumstances, you might be able to, click off a truck or two and make a pass by yourself. But overall, I think it's better to make those friends and go out there use the buddy system to attack this race.
The buddy system.
Yeah, the buddy system. Gotta find your partner, hold their hand, and get through it.
Stay glued to their tailgate or on their front bumper. Again, folks, 66 laps here. Bomb Squad Racing Truck Series tonight from Talladega Superspeedway. Qualifying currently underway. Pole sitter going to take home $25. Race winner going to take home $50. With it being, it's a shorter race, though. Only 66 laps, which I know it's Talladega, but 66 laps at Talladega can go by in the blink of an eye if you're not careful. A larger field here tonight, too. You do not want to get yourself set back early on.
Yeah, absolutely not, Joe. Still, like you said, a good bit of laps, still enough time to figure out all that we need to figure out here tonight, but definitely a little sense of urgency out there. People are going to be pushing it hard and pushing it early, but you don't want to get caught up in a wreck because, like you said, there's a lot of drivers out there. They're all fighting for one spot on that track. It's easy to make a slip up.
Easy to make a slip up. Driver's going to come out here on to the end of pit lane. believe we're going to be doing our tribute here to start the show, so we'll go ahead and find the driver tonight of Gordo's number 058, or 58 rather, Ralph LeBlanc. Ralph going to lead us here for a tribute lap. While the drivers get formed up, while they complete their tribute, we will observe a moment of silence here on JTN. Thank you. As the drivers now get back to work, Weaver, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
With pleasure, Joe. Taking home pole and $25 tonight. It's going to be the 95 ECTF Diesel 95. Set a time of 50.701. Starting outside row 1 is going to be the 193 of BSR Ricky J. Row 2, we have the 4 of BSR Silver Bullet and the 028 of BSR Monty Keller. Row 3 is the 03 of BSR D Hardy and the 1 of ECTP Sindone. Row 4 is the 31 of BSR Wings and the 114 of BSR Eli 114. Row 5 is the 99 of Tyler Mallon and the 8 of Cody Luke. Row 6 is the 66 of BSR Terry Scott and the 41 of Denny Carroll. Row 7 is the 043 of Brian Lovell and the 54 of Robbie Nices. Row 8 is the 124 of Randy Waugh and the 088 of BSR Greg Lavelle. Row 9 is the 2 of Nate Balser and the 49 of BSR Brain Fade. Row 10 is the 095 of Wiley King and the 33 of BSR Jimmy Dale. Row 11 is the 332 of Rick Becker and the 029 of BSR Kilojoules. Row 12 is the 144 of BSR Magoo and the 58 of Ralph LeBlanc. Row 13 is the 19 of BSR Furco and the 28 of BSR Mac Daddy. Row 14 is the 103 of BSR Nelly and the 46 of Alex Moe. On row 5, we have the 199 of BSR M. Coulong and the 331 of Pat McCarsky.
It's a rather large starting lineup here tonight from Talladega. I think that puts a little more emphasis on that don't lose your track position if you're starting up front.
Absolutely, Joe. It's a big field, a strong field, and like we said, everybody's fighting for those prizes up front. They want to go out here. They want to win this race. It's a big one to win.
Once again, folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN. Obviously, a special night. Great honor for us, of course, to be calling this race, and a special night for all these drivers partaking. And again, can't thank you enough at home for being a part of it. As always, feel free to use the chat as we go throughout tonight's broadcast. Always like to hear good stories, too, if you got any good stories.
Any stories? What do these guys at home got to do to win a copy of that game, Joe?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. What do you think?
Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe we could...
Should it be go like the Facebook page or something?
Could be. Maybe a follow on the Twitter. We gotta use Twitter a little more.
We gotta use all our social media a little more.
Yeah, we're slacking a little bit. Maybe just chat it up in the chat with us.
We'll just give it away to the person that has the best comment by the end of the night. So that's arbitrary enough, right?
Oh yeah. People should know our interests by now. They know how to butter us up.
Talked about it, $50 on the line for the race winner here tonight. Second and third going to take home some Bomb Squad Racing license plates. Or plates. And Greg's got it. Well, 15 folks watching, but only 4 likes. Or 5 likes, rather. Come on. Well, I only see 4. Never mind. Whoa. Pete Sindone out there in the 1. Ralph Blanc back there in the 58. Be pretty cool to see that 58 truck win here tonight. Two trucks still out on track here as happy hour coming to its close.
You got the story on that paint scheme that's on the 58, Joe?
The tribute scheme.
Drivers, to your cars.
Hey, post-race interview, we'll have to ask, see what...
Yeah.
Trucks rolling out onto the grid, waiting for those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
As they get the command to get engines fired, as we get ready to go racing here from Talladega. Let's Diesel on the pole in that Xbox East Coast Thunder Chevrolet. John Forgione. Probably saying that wrong. Apologize, John, because I always confuse myself with names. Ricky J, though, to the outside in the number 193 Wills Trucking Ford. With Silver Bullet in the 4, lining up in 3rd. Monty Keller going to line up there in 4th. And rounding out your top 5 tonight going to be Danny Hardy in the 03. Pete Sindone there rounds out row number 6 with Wings and Eli in row number 4. Rounding out your top 10 tonight going to be newcomers Tyler Mallon and Cody Luke. Rest of your field, of course, Weaver read it off earlier. We really need a starting lineup graphic. Weaver, set him up here. Set him up here.
Well, we got a lot of trucks here. They're antsy to go. You see top 6 really nose to tail already. They're getting these drivers fired up. I'm fired up, Joe. You fired up?
I'm fired up. Are you fired up?
I'm fired up. I hope everybody at home's fired up as we go through 3 and 4 under the Pace truck, hopefully for the last time tonight. See these boys go green all the way. It'd be nice to see all these trucks finish in this race, wouldn't it?
It would be very nice.
Gonna be a good one here tonight, folks. 66 laps on tap. Don't touch that search bar. Turn that volume all the way up. Get the family, get your popcorn, get the dog. It's time to go racing.
It's time to go racing here from the Talladega Superspeedway. Diesel with control here. As we get ready to go for 66 laps from the biggest track in all stock car racing. As the field enters the start zone, green flag is in hand. And folks, we're on your way here for the Talladega Superspeedway.
A lot of shuffling going on in those first 2 corners. Everybody getting up to speed. Diesel with a nose on Ricky J on the outside line, but Ricky J coming back hard with a push.
One around at the back. It's Furco in the 19. Will stay green as he is off the racing surface as the battle for the lead rages on down through turns 3 and 4.
Rage is on, and there's a lot of help down there on that bottom line, but they're getting a little broken up as we go down the straightaway here.
Down into the tri-oval, it's still Ricky J on the outside, Diesel on the bottom. They're side by side for the lead. Relatively even help behind. Give that first opening lap. The driver, the 193, Ricky J.
A lot of filling out in these first few laps. This is going to be the biggest group that these drivers have been in all day. They likely haven't got this many trucks together in practice, so this is your chance to really see how your truck's going to drive tonight. Oh, we got one around, 31.
Wings around here. 124 of Randy Waugh then around. First caution of the night going to come out here on lap number 2, and I think only 2 trucks ended up being involved in that, Weaver.
Yeah, real good job by a lot of these drivers to keep that one not from being a huge wreck going through turn 3. Really, very well could have been.
And we lost our cameras, so Weaver's going to tell you what that wreck looked like, and I unfortunately can't show you. Take him through the wreck, Weaver.
Well, Joe, we had some movement coming down into turn 3 there. Randy Wall was looking to the inside of the 31 of Wings. Just got to that quarter panel, 31 come down. turned himself off the nose of the 124. Both doing a pretty good job saving it. A little bit of contact to each other. 31 had it going back straight. The 124 slid back up the track and caught the nose of that 31, but hopefully minimal damage. Everybody else makes it through nice and clean. Quite a few drivers choosing to come down, pack that truck full of fuel.
We're running into some timing and scoring issues, so just bear with us. The very busy pit road.
Something not a lot of people think about when you have these big races like this and a lot of drivers out there. That pit road's going to get real congested under the yellow flags. Definitely a good idea to know who you're pitting around and be comfortable with them, because it's going to matter a lot.
There's a lot of conversation about where we start in sim racing and stuff. It speaks to the variability. You know, I think a lot of guys there is no rain in the forecast tonight, Greg. We have blue skies, no rain in the forecast, like Martinsville last week. That was something. Really cool always to see kind of the difference in what folks. I know there's a lot of younger drivers out there that started back in the roadblocks, doing some racing there since it's freeware. Then maybe migrating up to NR 2003, then iRacing. Of course, here at Bomb Squad, a lot of veterans of the sim. Been racing for years and years and years, and as Jeffrey points out, leagues like Bomb Squad, like Talladega Nights, which you can catch over on Tar Nation TV. I hope I'm saying that right. Racing almost every week during the year, so a lot of coverage out there for NR 2003 racing, especially, and just for sim racing as a hobby, as a thing to do, as a second career maybe for some folks out there. Just a wide range of avenues you can travel down here in this wonderful, especially here in NR 2003.
Absolutely. I believe I saw just the other day on the, I believe it was the NR 2003 fans page on Facebook. Somebody has compiled a sheet of all the leagues still running, giving a little rundown of each of them, a little checkbox telling you, give you a good chance to see who's still out there, who's still running, and where you might want to go run some races for. There's still lots of great leagues, great people running this game.
I'll see Bill in chat. Welcome in, Bill. Jeffrey Elliott, Greg Stensoski. Greg, I tried. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Holy Pecs, Kelly Causey. Saw Magoo in there earlier before he strapped behind the wheel of the 144. John's in chat as well. So again, folks, as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN. Can't thank you enough for tuning in. Can't thank you enough for tuning in with it's being a special tribute race here tonight. And Again, can't thank you enough for all your support. Bill letting us know he missed the start because of daylight savings, Weaver. That pesky daylight savings.
It'll get you.
That it will.
It will get you. See, I prefer the conventional time. It's daylight savings time for the birds.
Daylight savings time is for the birds.
Mm-hmm. They try to tell you it's for the farmers, but it's not. It's for the birds.
Danny Carroll going to be leading us back to green.
I really didn't like it when I was in school having to wait for the bus in the pitch black. It was never fun.
Yeah, that's not fun. That was definitely not fun. I had to do that. This semester, the start of it before we, and then for a little bit there a couple weeks ago, waiting in the dark for the bus to get to campus. That's not a fun experience.
What is a fun experience though is about to be this green flag race, and we're gonna get when we go back green here. Denny Carroll gonna lead us to the green silver bullet in second there. Pace truck gonna be looking to make that hard left turn when we get on the front straightaway and relinquish control to these drivers.
That was a big word, Weaver. I'm proud of you. Relinquish?
Right,
no, not like that. Not like that.
No, it sounded like that,
I haven't
Joe.
heard you use that word too often. Made me happy. We have fun here at JTN. No need to get HR involved again.
Listen, I got Bristol on speed dial.
Good, because I got him right next to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you might feed him, but I'm gonna convince him one of these days to put you in some punishment.
Yeah, whatever. Whose name's on the building? Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing coming to lap 7 of 66. Denny Carroll in the 41. Apologies to the 41 crew for not having the livery there. But Denny with control here for the restart again, coming to lap 66 of 66. Silver Bullet there in second. As we get ready to take the green once again here from Talladega. Green flag, we're back underway.
Getting restarted single file, but don't expect that to last too long as they're already side by side back there for 6th place.
Side by side,
Ricky.
4th, 6th place. Ricky J on the bottom, getting help from Monty Keller. Ricky first truck off of pit lane.
Ricky J making the move now to the high side, trying to make back these spots. He was your leader at the time of caution last time, trying to get back up there to the front.
He's up on the hot side here, coming through the tri-oval, going back down to turn 1. Gonna be looking for 4th to the outside of Greg Lovell in the 088, who's got Brian Lovell in front. Silver Bullet now gonna jump to that outside line through turns 1 and 2. Side-by-side battle is now for second. A weird bump there in the back of the 193 from Monty Keller. That puts Diesel and Pete Sindone together on the inside, as those trucks are now gonna ditch the 3 stuck on the outside.
A little hairy there as Silver Bullet jumped to the outside, tried to get that push, but I think it came just a little too quick. Everybody had to check up there. Good job keeping it all together by these drivers, but everybody's starting to bunch back together. We saw them string out there after that green flag, but this middle part of the pack getting together now.
It is a cluster, and you can fill in the blank after the word here. In the middle of the pack, everyone's scrambling, trying to get every position they can. Terry Scott there in the 66 with Danny Hardy to the inside.
Danny Hardy, not much help down there on the low side. Seems to be like everybody's wanting to run that middle to high line right now. They said shortest way around the track. We don't need it.
Not where all the grip is, Weaver. You gotta get all the grip.
You can see already there, side by side for
Oh,
third.
we got some contact! What a save by Diesel in the 95. Contact with Greg Lovell there as they're battling for the third position. Now if you're Greg, you gotta hope that maybe 95 either thinks not to try to squeeze you again, or at least doesn't get back to you and maybe give you one of those weird bumps that suddenly send your car spinning.
Yeah, it's tough. Everybody wants to get their left sides right on that dotted line going through the corners. The two trucks can't occupy the same space, and we saw what happened there. A little bit of contact. Things stayed okay now, but they can get hairy. Now you see the field has really started to bunch back together. Got about two distinct lines really showing up now. Diesel leading that charge on the outside. Denny Carroll still your leader running that inside middle line.
Does this thing feel like it's getting a little tamer?
I don't know if I'd say tame, Joe.
Don't know if you'd agree with that assessment.
I don't think I would. Not at this point in time. Ricky J maybe trying to get a line going down there on that low side. He's got some help.
Here, this is not working. Top four have been able to keep their momentum. Two-car of Balser there doing a really good job kind of navigating both lines. That's setting up the 088, the 043, and then the 41 out in front. Kind of, you judge where you should be on track by that truck, that next truck behind you. Is Ricky J now going to get to the inside because, of course, I said something. They're still battling side by side, all up inside the top 10, but now this inside line's starting to make some moves, so why did I even say anything, Weaver?
Starting to make some moves, not able to really force these trucks up as high as they could, though, on the straightaways now. See how long this lasts for them. Just see all that momentum in that middle line and really carrying them down the straightaways well. What really helps in a situation like this is that 41 truck out front. Denny Carroll doing a good job keeping that line, holding it steady, not changing each corner. He's kept it on that dotted line through the corners, comes up a little bit on the straightaways. Is exactly what you want to run.
Did Ralph end up leaving in the 58? 58 truck out of this race?
I do not see them. Yeah, he's listed as retired.
It's lost 31 and the 323.
332.
330. Thank you. Do I have a problem?
I don't know.
I'm not reading
sure.
it, so I guess not.
Well, I mean, it kind of just happens in your brain sometimes, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
You're not a
I don't
doctor?
claim to be nope, never will. Probably never will be.
Okay. You don't want to be Dr. Weaver?
I have, well...
It's got a nice
maybe.
ring to it.
I don't know about a doctor, but I looked into being a phlebotomist.
Okay.
Big break up here in that outside line, top 4 with a big break back to Tyler Mallon in 5th on that outside line. It's going to strengthen up that inside line, give him a chance to make a run here, led by Diesel.
Alcer there in the 2, now getting split. Diesel gets to the inside at Greg Lovell. Going to look to get to the inside of the 043. Brian Lovell.
Doing a good job side by side for 3rd. Going to get up the 2nd here in turns 1 and 2. Inside line making charge, but the outside line now is close that gap. That momentum's going to come back to them. They have the number advantage.
I've been surprised that this outside line has held on for as long as it has. Because these trucks on the bottom, you got some good trucks down there, right? I've been fairly surprised.
Yeah, I think going into this race, you'd say those trucks on the inside line are probably a lot of the favorites, top 5 favorite probably, I'd say. But that outside line, they've held that line really well. They've held that number advantage. As I say that, they have a little jumble here, a couple choosing to go down to the low side. You know, Joe, I don't know why we bother. I mean, it's like when we say something, they go and change it.
They like doing that, don't they?
They gotta prove us wrong. Inside line making a big advance. Now they're going to be side by side for the lead. Denny Carroll on the outside, Diesel on the inside. He's going to be clear here coming off turn 4. Does he stick with the bottom line, or does he come up to that middle? See what the difference is now. That inside line just has a number advantage. They've gotten trucks, they've gotten help that's gave them a little more momentum than that middle line. Look for them to try and hold this line going through 3 and 4 here. You know, Joe, I think that's just how these super speedway races go a lot. Everybody seems to try and filter to that bottom at one point or another on a run. I think we've seen that happen these past couple laps, and that's gave this inside line the advantage. You see the 043, Brian Lavelle, making that dip to the inside now.
Yeah, both levels down there on the inside, and pit stops are quickly incoming. You see Denny Carroll going to slot in there between the two. Pit stops quickly approaching, especially for those 5 cars or 5 trucks, darn it, that have stayed out under that first yellow. So the 088, the 41, the 043, the 2.
Who's still stuck on the outside, but looks like he's trying to find a way down to that inside line.
And he's gonna have to, right? Like you can't be stuck up there. Worst case scenario too is that you'd have to drop all the way to the back of this field to get down.
Yeah, you're already going to be at a disadvantage by putting yourself off sequence here with the majority of the field, so don't want to be too
Now you're all tongue-tied.
Yeah, I don't even know what word I was trying to say there. It's so bad.
AC/DC Chevrolet VSR Kilojoules was out next to the wall as there go the 5 that didn't pit, Silver Bullet included. They come down pit lane, as well as the 124 Randy Watt. I think Randy had actually already pit in this race, so I got a straggler pack of the 33 Jimmy Dale, 19 of Furco, and the 103 and Nelly. Back up front, Ricky J now trying to lead a charge to the outside with help from Monty Keller, Tyler Mallon, Danny Hardy, Magoo, and others.
Got a lot of help on that outside line. Diesel trying to come up, just not quite quick enough. Wouldn't have been a smart block if he made it there. A lot of help pushing that 93 right now. Sorry, 193. There goes Greg Lovell down on pit road.
All by his lonesome?
All by his lonesome.
Well, you don't want to do that.
We say that, and we've said that a lot, but we've seen him do this many a times where he goes and pits on his own, and it usually ends up working out okay for him. So,
well, our good buddy Joey Fulford isn't in this race, so
yeah, don't have to worry about a yellow going on the pit road by Mr. Fulford. So, somebody else could always fill his shoes. When you got this many trucks, and we know a lot of them are going to be coming down here in the matter of 5 or so laps, I'd say anything can happen when you got this many people trying to get down to pit speed at once. Field really breaking up here as we catch on to these drivers that have made their pit stop.
Monty Keller coming down pit lane. It's Diesel's around on the pit entry. Into the grass, contact with Pete Sindone. Takes out both ECT drivers. Still have to try to get it collected. Weaver and Diesel is not moving yet. There he goes.
Maybe a little moment of reflection there in the infield as we are still green. Tough break there to collect your teammate here, and 2 really strong trucks with issues.
Get a replay of it. This 95 just breaks loose under braking. These are why these green flag pit stops are so difficult on the super speedways.
Yeah, Joe, anything can happen. Really an interesting incident there from the 95. I think it might have been hitting the brakes on that transition that caught him out there, coming off the track onto the apron.
Truck's now coming off the pit lane. Monty Keller, first one out. Rest of the drivers now making their pit stops here, lap 25.
Randy Wall leading that line of drivers that had to pit early, pushed by Denny Carroll.
And they're all hooked up together and pulling away from these trucks coming off the pit lane.
Yeah, they're going to have a pretty good gap here.
Folks, we got some great racing action coming up for you later on this week on JTN. Tomorrow night, Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action is right back here at Talladega Superspeedway. Then it's the Open Speedway Talladega 400 Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and the U.S. Oil Cup Series from the Michigan International Speedway at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Both those races on Saturday. All those races, of course, live right here only on JTN. I have links for the races over the weekend up here later on tonight after our coverage concludes here from Talladega, so be on the lookout for those. Make sure you're subscribed and click the bell icon to be notified anytime we go live. Randy Watt takes the lead.
A little bit of consolation for any drivers here at BSR. We're going to be running tomorrow night. If you have a rough night tonight, you can always come back tomorrow and give it another shot here at Talladega.
Give it another go.
Give it another go. Of course, though, you're not going to have the chance at the prizes that you are tonight. top 4 on a little bit of a different strategy right now. Had a good lead. They're going to get caught here by this big pack coming behind them. Charge led by the 028 of Monty Keller. Look who's pushing that 028, Joe. He thought it might not work out well for the 088 of Greg Lovell, but he's still right up in that mix after pitting all by his lonesome.
Field has been splintered. That one truck just disappeared. He's back. Now it's Mac Daddy in the 28. I would love some Haviland. What is Haviland? Is it Haviland? What is it? It's motor oil, right?
Oil, yeah.
I could use some oil. Cooking oil. Or motor oil.
Motor.
Ah. Could use some Haviland. Haviland. The whole car running in tip-top shape. I don't know why you drink oil. That'd be kind of weird.
I don't think that's recommended. Kids at home. Not ready. Oh, contact 03. Ooh, he's going to go around here. That's going to bring out a yellow.
Any Hardy around all by his lonesome? No, we stay green.
Oh, green with another incident where surprised it wasn't bigger there. Joe 03 had some contact, got helped by the 088.
Helped by the 088 or the 28? 28.
I believe it was the they got the same scheme.
They do. I got you.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep, the 28. My bad.
Mac Daddy just came in there like a wrecking ball. What's up with that? But we stay green, and Danny Hardy is now way out back. Mac Daddy in the 28 looking for another spot to the inside of Greg Lovell.
Trying to get it done by himself down low. No help right now.
Might be hard to get help after what we just saw. He's going to have to be the help instead of getting the help. Going to push this 088 Greg Lovell, see if Brian in the 043 elects to drop low. And Nate Balser in the number 2.
Like the 028 gonna drop low, Monty Keller, but Greg Lovell jumps back up to the high side. Mac Daddy stays low.
We're in the waiting game stage of the race, aren't we?
Yeah, between the green flag stops here, the field's kind of broken up a little bit. Just kind of running out the laps here, everybody in a single file line. Oh, you made a good call on that pit stop there, that 124 Randy Wise. Pit under yellow, but he pit with all the drivers that stayed out. Was able to get in front of them, and now he leads this field, leading these laps here.
Track position, such a huge, going to be a pivotal key here in this race. To get it in the easiest way that you can on pit lane, it's doing wonders for this 124. You have to wonder, though, with him running out front, he's using a little bit more fuel than all these other drivers behind him. He'll have to be careful not to go too hard here during this run so he doesn't put himself too far out of cycle. If you look, I would assume if you can get to around lap 42, you'll be plenty good to make it to the end of this race. Maybe a little bit further than that, maybe 46. You'll still have to go at least 11 laps to make it on one more stop. We'll see when the drivers come, if it is before that. But still some things to play out here in this race. Again, $50 on the line to the race winner here tonight. And of course, something we're watching intently. Second and third going to take home a Bomb Squad Racing license plate.
Well, $50 is nice, but nice license plate. That's cool. I prefer the $50, but I wouldn't be upset taking home a nice license plate.
I just prefer to win in general, you know?
Everybody wants to win. Any sort of prize, I'm happy.
Have you ever won any prizes?
Trying to think. In racing, I got a little ribbon over here, but it was kind of a random number type thing. Kind of randomly picked for it.
Oh. What place did you finish in? Does it say?
No, it just says most original Halloween costume.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. From the mind of the one Tommy Bordeaux.
Nice. See the second pack of trucks led by Wiley King in the 95, or 095 rather. Magoo, Brain Fade, Eli, Mike Coulong, Cody Luke, Kilojoules all in this pack of 7.
.28 of BSR Mac Daddy's going to be back there joining them soon.
He has fallen off of the front pack. So they'll be battling for the 10th position if they're the leader of this line. See if everyone decides to stay behind Wiley King and his Toyota. Back up front, though, we're still single file. Now it's just not the time to start racing, right?
No, about a straightaway ahead, you got another group of lap cars led by the 103 of BSR Nelly. Don't know if they're going to catch them before pit stops here, but you just want to keep chugging along. You don't want to slow yourself down by racing side by side. Give that second pack a chance to catch up to you.
You don't want to give them a chance.
The more people you can take out of contention, the less people you got to race with.
Yeah, but that's a little shallow of you, don't you think?
Race car drivers are shallow people. You gotta be.
Weaver, what's your favorite part about Talladega?
Oh man. Well, Talladega is an interesting place for me. We got a couple breaking off for pit road here. 124, 043 and 2 going to come down and get their pit service here.
Yes.
Was just wondering about that 124 leading all those laps. He's going to be burning more fuel than everybody else we see having to pit now. I think this might be a little too soon though to make it to the end of this race.
Yeah, so still going to need one more pit stop for these trucks pitting, and would have to think the rest of the field going to be in a similar boat because the trucks, they kept pitting lap after lap after lap under that first cycle, so we'll kind of see where things cycle out. You can, however, save a little bit of fuel and then try to make that last pit stop a little bit shorter.
Yeah, that might be the key. A very short pit stop there at the end. But back to your question, Joe, being a Daytona boy and all, I usually favor that track as the Superspeedway, but I do really like how wide it is here at Talladega. It gives you a lot of opportunity to make some moves and get some good three-wide racing in.
Are you working on those night moves?
Not here. We don't have lights.
At Daytona, though.
Oh, yeah. Always the night moves there.
Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in. It's J10 tonight, Bomb Squad Racing Truck Series from the Talladega Superspeedway in memory of Open Speedway admin Gordon McCulloch. We'll also be having an Open Speedway tribute race next month in May. I believe it's May 13th. So be on the lookout for when that link goes live to make sure you're tuning in. Again, as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here tonight for your support.
Tyler Mallon in the 99 has now inherited the lead. 028 Monty Keller in second. 46 Alex Moe in third. Coming up on some of these drivers that have already made their pit stops.
And so they get around Denny Carroll in the 41. They're going to probably get around Greg Lovell in this 088. Brian Lovell, Randy Waugh, Mouser are all together. An update on the second pack. It's now led by Mac Daddy with Kilojoules there in second. Magoo, Brain Fade, Eli, Mike Coulon. They're all kind of shading low. Has me thinking some of them might be coming to pit lane. 5 of them do. He's Magoo to lead this pack that was the 10th spot. So watch Tyler Mallon, who's still leading this race. Monty Keller, Alex Moe, and Ricky J. Your top 4 all still out on track here as they're trying to catch these other trucks that were part of this lead draft. And Monty Keller now having to come down pit lane.
Monty Keller coming down. You see pit road a busy place now. Tyler Mallon, Alex Moe, Ricky J still out there. They're getting close to being able to make it here on one stop, Joe.
Well, and I like the move to try to stay out as long as possible and get some draft off these trucks in front of you that already pit. You're going to be able to gain some time on them.
Absolutely, Joe. Definitely in a good spot here. You're going to be able to save a little bit of fuel, too. Help extend that, hopefully. Get you in that window to make this your last stop. See the 99 shading low here. Got to expect them to be coming here soon.
There goes the 99.
Oh, Alex Moe. Whew. He just got it down to pit road speed there. Do they have enough for this to be their final stop? These drivers coming in now, they're going to be close to being able to make it on this one stop.
Kilojoules and BSR Mac Daddy still together out on track.
Oh, the one, Pete Sindone's around going to pit road. He's going to slide up. That's going to bring out a yellow, Joe.
Right in the middle of the pit cycle. Disaster going to strike for a lot of these truckers that will be stuck a lap down. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is right. We're going to have to see how things shake out here.
Get your replay of that incident. Looks like the one just kind of similar to the 95 gets loose on that transition under braking.
Yeah, I think just trying to make that move down to the apron a little too soon, catching more of that transition coming off of turn 4. Personally, I like waiting till we get pretty well in that lead up to the trioval there before I get down on that apron, kind of help that issue. But everybody's got different ways of doing things.
So Alex Moe is the race leader in the 46. We might actually be okay. Things might have cycled through, Weaver. They might have cycled through.
Yeah, I think so, because the leaders there, like you said, Alex Moe, Tyler Mallon, and Ricky J were the leaders that were last on pit road, and they were just coming off and just finished their service there. Didn't have enough time yet for those people that pit early to come back around and get by them, but kind of worked out well for them. Well, with that yellow, this sets us up. Everybody here should be good to make it on fuel for the rest of this race, Joe. It's just going to be a big heads-up battle to the end.
Oh, boy, I like the sound of that. Scoozy, don't listen to the Beastie Boys.
Listen to the Beastie Boys?
No?
Missing out.
Probably. Your life isn't over. You still got plenty to live. Alex Moe, your race leader in this number 46. Tyler Mallon in second. Ricky J, Silver Bullet, Terry Scott. Terry Scott a lap down, Silver Bullet as well. So this is actually... This will trap a handful of trucks a lap down, Weaver.
Yeah, definitely did catch a few trucks here out. I think a couple were hoping to be able to take a wave around there, but a few drivers were able to stay out because they were good on fuel. So see them all coming down, making sure they all got enough fuel to make it to the end here.
Never know when you have a big wreck. We still haven't seen a big wreck here tonight. So, strangely enough, we've had like 4 single car spins. We had one with contact, but it was coming down pit lane. And folks, if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe. Doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. Can't thank you enough, as always, for all of your support. You think these leaders are going to come back down pit lane, Weaver? Top off. Make sure they have enough fuel to make it to the end. This is going to help these trucks that were stuck a lap down. They'll be able to go out there and take a wave around. Yeah, 16 people, but only 7 likes. What's up with that? Weaver, are we just not likable?
I wouldn't say that.
I'm worried about it, though. If the number doesn't go up, that means people don't like us. Oh. Ricky J gonna win the race off pit lane. Second pit stall on a clean exit comes in clutch. We got about a lap and a half here. We go back green flag racing. And we got a car around. It's the 193 Ricky J. Oh, man. I don't think officials are going to take too lightly to Tyler Mellon taking a swing at Ricky here. I say we cut that clip and we use that as something to tease Tyler about for the rest of eternity. How does that sound?
You know, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
It's never a bad idea to have dirt on people.
Base truck lights will go out. We'll go back green next time by. Who's the leader, Weaver?
Looks like that's going to be the 114 of BSR Eli, going to be leading us back to green here. Got Brian Lavelle in second, Randy Watt in third, and BSR KJ in fourth. No, 3 BSR D Hardy, Danny Hardy there in fifth. A good recovery from that early incident there for the 03.
Interesting setup with 16 laps to go when we get the green flag. Let's go back racing here from Talladega, folks. It's the Bomb Squad Racing Truck Series on JTN. Remember, we will be live again tomorrow night with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series right back here at Talladega. Coverage will kick off at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss out on that one tomorrow night. Right back here on JTN. Coming down to the end of it, too. Folks are starting to file into the view. Weaver, they're filing in. They're ready. They're ready to watch them racing.
Well, they've missed quite a lot of it, but they're coming down here for the right time. Going to get a good run to the finish here. Under 20 laps to go. 16 to go when we take the green here.
Eli in the 114 with control. Ryan Lovell, Randy Waugh, Kilojoules, and Danny Hardy. Your top 5 for the restart, coming back to lap 51 of 66. 16 laps to go here from Talladega. Away we go. Green flag. We're back underway here.
Back underway we go. Ricky J trying out that inside line with help from the 99 of Tyler Mallon. 028 Monty Keller also in that bottom line trying to make some moves here.
Ryan Lovell got to look for the lead. If he clears the 114, watch to see if he jumps to the top. Thinks about it, but not clear just yet. Eli storming back on the outside, and the 043 has to be careful. He doesn't get put in the sucker hole like Randy Waugh on the 124.
Tough luck there for Randy Waugh. Brian Lovell doing a good job ducking low and blocking off the advance of that inside line, while still holding tough in that middle line.
Now for the 043, your best case is to try to keep that truck right on the double yellow at the bottom. Comes up off that line, off the corner number 2. Ricky J had a thought, at least, to get to the inside of the 043, but wasn't able to do it. Eli on the outside, the most stable line, now cuts back to the middle as this field starts to get shaken up in the late stages of this race.
Into the middle, and that's keeping Randy Waugh in the contention there in the middle line. Danny Hardy leading to that outside line now. As you see more drivers ducking into that middle line, trying to make up some spots. We got 3 defined lines going, Joe.
We had a 3 wide salute to open the night. We got 3 wide going on here in the end portion of our race. And over, it's about 4 times faster. As Eli continues to hold on to the lead in that Toyota Tundra, but there are a couple mad Chevys behind him looking to take it away.
That they are, that outside line starting to make up some time. Danny Hardy was almost to the outside there to make it 3 wide for second. Just couldn't make it stick there down the back straightaway. Oh, man.
What you oh manning for?
Oh, they're just getting so close, Joe.
We're gonna, hey, let's get it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, man. Oh, look out. That's the big one, Joe. Everybody is in it. Oh, my goodness. Looks like the 029 KJ makes it through 99. Tyler Mallon gets through 199. M. Coulong and the 8 of Cody Luke also make it through. I think aside from those 4, everybody else get at least a piece of it. Wow.
Yeah, wowza. I mean, we were just waiting for that to happen. Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Man, Danny Hardy doing a wheelie up there going to turn 1. Oh, man, Joe, what a wreck.
Did a wheelie. Do you want to go on board with Danny?
I think so. We're going to be looking at the stars for a little bit, but it'll give us a good idea what happened here.
On board with Danny Hardy. Here we are, liftoff. Oh, wait, we missed it. I got away from it. Hold on. Hold on, go back on board. Resume. Actually, he's going to ramp over a truck here. Can't really tell who it is. I think it's, yeah, it's Eli, who was in the lead. Or theirs was. I'll go on board with Ricky J. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oil's trucking on board because Ricky's the one that sets this off with a bump to the back of Brian Lovell in the 043. No, never mind. It was Eli getting the bump from Randy.
Randy Wall with a bump to ESR Eli there. Got that truck a little upset.
A lot of gray smoke down here in the corner, too. A lot of trucks going to be beat up.
Well, what you mentioned, the 043 Brian Lovell, he kind of lucked out there being spun to the inside. He got pushed away from all the chaos.
No kidding. I think that's one of those wrecks where if you're a driver out there, you kind of just you just throw your hands up and you just say, well, whatever. Everyone else got involved.
When that 114 started coming back across the track like that, you knew it was going to be a big one.
Did you see Magoo just barely avoid Brian in the 043?
Towards the back?
Oh, yeah. We're going to go on board with the 144. I don't think Magoo touched anything. No, he did not. My goodness. Going on board 144 here. You'll see the wreck start way up ahead.
That was a one-piece Sindone, kind of pushed the 144 Magoo down to the inside as the 144 was slowing down there, and didn't make any contact after that from Magoo. Made it through nice and clean.
Yeah, Sean, I think that was definitely one of the biggest we've seen here on JTN.
That one's getting clipped.
Oh yeah.
That one we've been talking about a new intro, new outro. That one might be a contender there.
I just like the fact that we didn't know what to say in the moment. So I think we pretty much just said there's a wreck, and then we just sat there and watched.
Yeah, I think with a wreck that big, that's all you can really do. There's so much going on. There's nothing to commentate. It's just let it speak for itself.
Heck yeah. We go to the Mike Joy School of Broadcasting here on JTN.
Listen, less is more when it comes to commentating. I need a lot more motorsport commentators to embrace that ideal.
But Weaver, if I'm not yelling the whole time, how will people know it's exciting? Cody Luke is the race leader. See if we can't go on board with Cody, see how he gets through this, because he is right at the back of this pack. Leave. Yeah, there we go. We got a visor cam with Cody, too. It's our JTN visor cam. On board with Cody Luke, your new race leader. Get the 199 next.
Doing a real good job getting that truck slowed down and picking his way through on that apron, avoiding all the carnage and mayhem. You know, we talked a lot about Cody Luke and this 8 team, how close they've been recently with some really good runs. Wouldn't this be a race to have that breakout, get your win?
And claim a cool 50. On board with 199. Got through it. Kinda. I'd like to get you those questions answered. A little bit of contact. I don't think there's too many trucks that didn't have some kind of contact in this wreck, though.
Yeah, Joe, I was gonna say, I think going through a wreck like that, if you still got all the fenders on it, I think you can say you made it through.
So we'll go back live to try to get you at least a hard reset on what we're looking at here. Cody Luke going to be your race leader. Ready to go back green flag race next time by Weaver?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, moderate damage, so kind of like an in-between what you'd actually see and no damage. Colby, we're going to have a great finish. Got Cody Luke in the lead in the number 8. Got Magoo there in second. Denny Carroll, Rain Fade, and Silver Bullet, your top 5. Pete Sindone, we talked about it, involved in that last caution before the big wreck. The caution before the big wreck. Spinning coming to pit lane. He's there in 6th. Furco spun on the first lap of this race and didn't get a caution in 19. A bunch of great stories here at the front of the field as we get ready to go back racing here with 8 laps to go. Weaver, take us back.
Gladly, Joe. Cody Luke in control here. He's going to be looking for the green flag. Long drive up to this restart. There it is. Flagman drops the green flag. Cody Luke with a big jump. Magoo kind of spinning the tires a little bit there. Silver Bullet down to the inside line, trying to lead a charge there. They're going to fan out. People are going to be looking for a way up this field a lot quicker than before.
Magoo makes a dive to the inside. Cody Luke blocks slow. Magoo now going to look to the outside here, going down into turn 3. The 144 gets there. No help to the 8. Can Magoo take the lead for the first time tonight, coming off of turn number 4? Red versus red. Chevy versus Chevy. Move the 144 to the point.
Magoo getting a big push by that 41. Denny Carroll really getting the assist right now. That outside line's got all the momentum. Only 5 or so trucks on that inside line.
Now, Cody Luke's strategy if you're running that 8 Budweiser truck was, hey, I'm Dale Jr., push me, push me. I think these drivers didn't fall for it.
Oh, contact. Brian Lavelle around.
Caution going to be out. They're still racing back to the line.
Racing back to the line. Tyler Mallon on the outside. 49 ducking to the inside. They're 3 wide for second. Magoo still your leader.
Magoo trying to hold off. A Hornet's Nest behind him off of turn number 4 to have the lead for what will be the final restart. Tyler Mallon on the outside with help from Silver Bullet. Some contact there with Magoo. Denny Carroll dives low. Magoo going to win the race back to the line. Tyler Mallon going to be second. Denny Carroll, Brain Fade, Pete Sindone, the top 5. Let's get you a replay of that wreck. We should go back green.
It will be. It'll be close here, Joe. We've had some long yellows. We got some lap down trucks. It's going to be one of those ones where we're watching the lights on that pace car.
Nate Battlestar in the 2 going to go for a spin here. Like contact with the 199. Ryan Lovell also collected up in it in the 043. Remember, folks, it is open setup, so have to think some of these trucks towards the back half of the field might elect to come down pit lane and throw a little bit of that grill tape on the nose. Get some extra speed for what is about to be a very hectic restart if we get it, Weaver.
Yeah, I do think we will get at least a lap here, if not 2, so... Gonna come down to a Magoo showing some good blocking there, though, coming back to that race back to the line.
Magoo did a very good job I'm gonna be watching. He did not get a good jump on that last restart. Be interested to see how well that Silverado gets back going here with the Ford of Tyler Mellon in second, Denny Carroll they're in third, Brain Fade and Pete Sindone your top 5. Now we talked about it, $50 on the line to the race winner. Second and third going to take home a BSR plate. Folks, I don't know what more to tell you. I don't know what more to tell you to get you to click that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you do. Again, it does so much to help support us here on JTN. As always, we appreciate you tuning in here on a Wednesday night this week. Bomb Squad Racing Truck Series action tribute show to Open Speedway admin Gordon McCulloch. We lost recently. And as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in and for your support. Weaver, are you ready?
I mean, I'm kind of recovering here, Joe, because I was really, I was so amped up there on that last run, and I got to calm down just a little bit, reset, get ready for this run to the finish.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be very dependent on how many laps we get. It takes a little bit to get up to speed. Saw Magoo able to block, so it's a little easier to block these guys when they're single file. See how long the trucks behind him stay in that orientation. Weaver, any words of advice to these drivers if you have the opportunity to give it to them?
Well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grip that wheel tight.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take that right foot on that gas pedal,
mm-hmm.
and you're gonna try and put it through the floorboard.
That's it.
Don't lift. You just gotta keep going.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. I always tell the boys back at the shop with the Rad Lad Racing crew, I tell them, put me on that nice billet pedal when we come to these super speedways, because I'm putting all the pressure on it.
You got me with that one. Oh, man. Talladega. NASCAR is down in Talladega this weekend as well. Gonna be a weekend of great racing. We got some great races coming up on JTN 2 as well. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action tomorrow night from right back here at Talladega. Then it's the Open Speedway Talladega 400 on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, then the U.S. Oil Cup Series later on that night. A double header for us here on JTN. Saturday at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time from Michigan. So a lot of great racing coming up here on JTN. You want to make sure you're subscribed. Click the bell icon to be notified when we go live. Follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Folks, you don't want to miss a second of the action. Make sure you stay tuned. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. Weaver, this is where I'd say who you got to win this race. I don't want to put any bad mojo on anyone out there. So I'm going to ask you, who you got win the Cup race this weekend?
Oh, man, that's even tougher for me, Joe. Two of my favorite drivers, two really good super speedway drivers, so when we come to Daytona Talladega, it's really ones I mark on the calendar for the Cup Series. So
you're saying it's toss-up between Eric Almirola and Ryan Blaney?
Yeah, either one of them, I'd be happy.
Okay.
Ecstatic.
Hey, they're good picks. They're good picks. Race truck lights are out. We're going to get a 2-lap shootout to determine who will be our race winner here tonight from Talladega. It's Magoo and Tyler Mallon, 1-2. 41 and Denny Carroll there in third. Brain Fade, Pete Sindone, your top 5. Then Silver Bullet, Cody Luke, Greg Lovell, Furco, and Monty Keller, your top 10.
Gonna get ourselves a good old-fashioned green-white checker here. No better way to end a super speedway race. You mentioned it though, Joe, these trucks do take a little while to get wound up here. I wouldn't expect them to really get these lines formed up and going well until we're maybe on that back straightaway of the white flag laps. So, going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's all going to come down to how you restart here, how you take this green flag.
I don't like these things, Weaver. They scare me. I get flashbacks to when I was behind the wheel of one of these trucks out there.
That's all you got to think about. We're up here in the booth. We're safe.
We're not safe.
Oh, we're safe. Well, I don't know. We have seen some cars get pretty high up in the air. You never know. But we're safe, Joe.
I don't know, man. I don't know if my heart can take it.
Well, it better be able to take, because that pace truck is about ready to make that hard left turn onto pit road, give control to the 144 Magoo here. Going to be looking for that green flag and looking for the checker not long after.
Folks, it's 2 laps to decide who's going to take home $50, a race win, a bunch of goodies here at Talladega. There's no place I'd rather be than right here calling the action for you. Magoo with control for the race start. 2 laps to go. We're back underway here at Talladega. As the front of the field, we're already checking up, and things are going to get crazy down into 1.
A little bit of a stack up there by Magoo, but that keeps him from getting a big lead. He's going to go low. Here's Tyler Mallon's looking low.
Tyler Mallon looking to lead to the inside of Magoo in the 144. Magoo doing a good job of holding that yellow line. Has to keep the 99 behind him. Mallon to the outside with a run, and he's there as Denny Carroll going to push the 144. Now look to the inside, down the back straightaway. We're 3 wide for the lead.
Denny Carroll's got to help Pete Sindone down low. Silver Bullet going to look high, give a little sniff there to Magoo, but he ducks low as well. We got the 2 around in the back.
2 truck around in the back. Caution going to be out. This is the race back to the line. Denny Carroll with control of this race. Can Pete Sindone make a move? He looks high. Going to try to look back low. Carroll going to cover the double yellow line. And Denny Carroll will take home the win here tonight in the Bomb Squad Racing Truck Series.
Another big wreck behind them in the trial there as they were racing back to the line. Had a couple trucks up and over. They're still coming across the line here, getting their last few finishing spots. Somebody's coming across the line backwards. It's a 66 of Terry Scott, backwards and on fire.
So first, a replay of what brings out this caution. It's contact with the 2 and the 54. Two truck going to get the worst of that. Then coming off the corner, Furco was in the back of Magoo. And it's just on from there, folks. Just a lot of carnage. One starts piling in. Big wreck to finish this race. We're going to end under caution here tonight, with Denny Carroll taking home the race win. Even $50 to boot, Weaver.
Not a bad way to spend your Wednesday night.
Can't spend it all in one place, though, right?
Never know these days. It's pretty easy to spend $50 in one place.
Carroll brings it across into the tri-oval. And across the line, it's going to be Denny Carroll taking home the victory here tonight from Talladega. Again, big apologies. We don't have the cart file for that truck, unfortunately. Thought we had them all ironed out.
It's always one.
Always one. Denny Carroll, your race winner here tonight. We'll get to talk with him as well as the rest of our podium. Pete Sindone in the 1 and Silver Bullet in the number 4. Your top 3 finishers here. Stay tuned for those interviews as Carroll brings it around. And he will burn it down for the fans here at Talladega. Denny Carroll, your race winner. So we'll move on to our post-race coverage. Before we get you those results, we're going to go ahead and step away and get a word with our partners with Auto Sim 2. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear because Auto Sim 2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through AutoSim 2's Sim mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in owner mode, where you decide who drives your cars and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, AutoSim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in AutoSim 2. And again, folks, AutoSim 2 is now available on the Steam store for $9.99. Go check it out. Again, AutoSim 2 now available on Steam for $9.99. Results incoming. While we wait to get those on your screens, let's go ahead and start by bringing in our race winner. He's the driver of the number 41, Denny Carroll. Denny, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy, race win here tonight and $50 to go with it. How's it feel?
Feels good to win one of these and finish one of these. These races are hard to finish.
Obviously, a hectic, crazy finish. A couple big wrecks. Have to avoid them, get through them. When you realized you were out of that big one, or the massive one, or the giant, whatever you want to call it, when you realized you got through it, at least with the truck still intact, how did you change up how you were driving it at all, or did you keep it the same?
Well, I was trying to find somebody to work with because the guys I was working with I think they all got caught up in that. I was going to help my goo, and then the guy behind me tried to go low, so I went low with him, and it just squirted me right out in the front.
How exhilarating is it to kind of be on that wave at the front of the field, coming back to it ends up being the white flag, but it's as good as a checkered flag, right? With the caution coming out. How exhilarating is that behind the wheel for maybe some of those folks at home that haven't had the opportunity to be leading coming to the end of a race and want to get a first-hand account of what that's like?
My hands were sweating. I've been in that position a number of times and never made it back around, so you know, it happens. You don't always, just because the yellow comes out, don't mean you're going to make it back around.
Well, Denny, a fantastic run for you tonight. You lead the most laps at 18 as well, so a fantastic performance. Before we let you go, though, I want to give the opportunity. I know you got a lot of partners on the car, or on the truck, rather. A lot of had folks at home watching, cheering you on. The floor is yours. Shout out and thank all those beautiful sponsors and fans.
Just like to shout out to my family, my wife, thank God for them and this game. I love this game, and I got a whole big racing family on here. And thanks you guys for what y'all do. I just appreciate it.
Denny, again, congratulations on the win here tonight. Cannot thank you enough for your time. And hopefully, are you running tomorrow night too with the Cup cars, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I ain't certain yet, but I'm gonna try.
All right, well, hopefully we get to follow it up with another win tomorrow night. Can't thank you enough, Denny.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Denny
Thank you, guys.
Denny Carroll, driver the number 41, your race winner here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 1, Pete Sindone. Pete, you spun coming to pit lane and you rallied back for a second place finish. How'd you pull that off?
Joe, I really don't know, Joe, to be honest with you. But yeah, I was coming into the pit. Everything was good. And then all of a sudden the truck come flashing by me and I was like, I locked them up. And then, and you just go for a ride. And, I felt like one of those guys cutting the grass.
Well, you also had another you had the one, I think it was the 90, I think John got you the 95, right? And the one spun on the other one. Now, there was also a big wreck that happens there. How did you kind of... I honestly don't remember. I like to think that everyone was involved in that thing. And I know you know a thing or two about the salvage parts business, but how are you able to salvage that truck tonight after spinning it? Everyone knows maybe a little bit of damage somewhere there or another. But how are you able to salvage a good finish here tonight with all the adversity you had to go through?
Joe, to be honest with you, that big wreck, I was behind Magoo, and I heard Magoo say, slowing down for the wreck, and I looked up, and I didn't see him, and all I seen was white. And I just kept it to the floor. And next thing I know, I punted Magoo to the infield, and I went right in between. The only thing, I think I hit one car just like the back of the truck as it was sideways, and they said I had a little bit of damage to the nose of the truck. But when I went in to get my pit stop, the only thing that they did was they hit the truck twice, and then that was it. Boom, out. I was, came out in 6th place, and the rest is kind of history.
Well, the rest is history. And a third place or second place run tonight. I just sold you short. Why did I do that? That's not very nice. Second place finish here tonight, Pete. How much does it mean? Obviously, it's a big race tonight. Got a lot on our minds out there on track, of course. What does it mean to get the second place run and a strong finish tonight?
Joe, it means a lot, especially at a memorial race like this for Gordo. May he rest in peace. I didn't have the opportunity to race with him quite, a lot, but I did race with him once or twice, and a gentleman, and it was my honor to be in this race. BSR always puts on a great race, and to put something like this on for Gordo, and it's hits you right. We're right in a good spot, and I rushed home from work just to make sure I get into this race, just for all the reasons.
Well, Pete, we're so glad to see you out there tonight. Did a fantastic job behind the wheel of this one with the second place run at the end of the day. Again, congratulations on that. But before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Got a lot of great partners on the truck. Got a lot of great folks cheering you on. Floor is yours, buddy. You're making a habit of this. Anytime we see you in one of these races, you know what to do.
Yes, sir. First off, I want to thank BSR, all the guys. Thank you very much. Give me the opportunity to race with you guys. Of course, Gordo, rest in peace, my brother. You need a part that sponsors the truck, All American Auto Wreckers, all my guys, my pit crew, Johnny, my partner, all my boys over at ECT. I wish a lot of you guys were here tonight to run with me, but listen, we did the best we could. We come up one short, but I'm proud of it.
Well, Pete, again, congratulations on the second place run here tonight. A strong finish, and as always, cannot thank you enough for your time.
Thank you, Joe, and Joe, thank you. You did a fabulous job, I'm sure, like always. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pete. Pete Sindone, driver the number 1, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our third place finisher, wrapping up our podium. He's the driver of the number 4, BSR Silver Bullet. You got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, third place run. It's a big race. This Ford truck was up all night long. How did this thing kind of get busted open there with that big one?
I really don't know. I just right place, right moment.
So, right, you say right place, right moment. There was a time in this race where you executed pitch strategy brilliantly. How crucial were the pit stops here tonight? I know at the end of the day we get a green white checkered at the end and blah 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 blah. But how crucial were those pit stops to keeping track position underneath you in this Ford truck?
Well, the when the first caution came out and we only ran like 2 laps. I stayed out, and I was like looking at the fuel, looking at my tires, and I was like, we only ran 2 laps. I'm gonna stay out. So everybody else pitted, and then come to boil down to it, they got like 3-4 extra laps than I did. So the strategy was kind of off for me for a bit, and then towards the end there, I was like looking at like 4 laps short, and then we got that late caution. Then I was able to top off. I had plenty of fuel, and then when we actually got that other caution towards the end, because I was back like 26th place or something, and when that one big wreck happened, I ended up pitting. Well, and at one point in time, I also got the lucky dog, but ended up pitting, had enough fuel to make it to the end, so that kind of helped.
Well, pitting at the end helps. A third place run for you here tonight. I know Talladega, this is one of those opportunities, and I know you stress this opportunity, any series, getting a good finish tonight, leading into tomorrow night's Cup Series race. What's maybe the big takeaway from tonight to tomorrow night? Obviously, a lot more horsepower tomorrow night with the Cup cars, but what's kind of the one takeaway maybe tonight that you're going to apply to tomorrow night to try to get another good run?
Hopefully I have more of my teammates
Okay.
still in the race and and up towards the front and whatnot.
Well, teamwork.
Yeah, because I got KJ and of course you got Mac Daddy and then Danny Hardy and Ricky J. They had some bad luck tonight, and hopefully that doesn't cross over tomorrow. Hopefully KJ will race tomorrow, and so forth. So we'll have to see on what it carries over tomorrow and everything.
Well, buddy, nonetheless, a great finish here tonight for you and this Ford crew. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. You got a lot of great partners, got a lot of great fans, sponsors. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Kathy and Brian Voiles for sponsoring the race. I'd like to thank all the admins for getting everything organized for it. I'd like to thank you, Joe, and Weaver for broadcasting the race. And I'd like to thank everybody for showing up and putting such a great show on for everybody.
Well, man, again, congratulations on the third place run here tonight. Hopefully we get the opportunity to talk with you again tomorrow night here at Talladega. Looking for another good finish. And as always, cannot thank you enough for your time after this one.
Yep. Thank you, Joe.
BSR Silver Bullet, driver the number 4, your third place finisher here tonight from Talladega. Well, Weaver, that's going to wrap up our coverage here this evening. A great super speedway race, a great cause, a great event, great field, just a lot of great takeaways from tonight.
Absolutely, Joe. We saw a little bit of everything in that race tonight. Some real good racing, some massive wrecks, and a good field, good story there at the end with some good top 3 finishers that we got to talk to here late.
If you want more of that great racing, you're going to want to tune in tomorrow night here at the JTN. We're going to be live again with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series right back here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Make sure you're following us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We'll post race day posts over there as well, so it'll help you keep up to date with everything we have going on right here on JTN. We'll be giving away a copy of Auto Sim 2, so be on the lookout for that giveaway. Do we ever decide how we were going to get that away? We said favorite comment, I think.
I think anybody who commented, you got a chance.
All right, so we'll look over the comments, get back to you, try to figure out a way to contact you. See a lot of familiar faces, though, in chat, so we'll be able to get back with you. Again, cannot thank all the guys here at Bomb Squad Racing. It's a great honor to be able to broadcast this race. Again, our condolences to the McCulloch family and the Open Speedway racing family, too, as they have lost one of their greatest friends, Gordon McCulloch. That's going to be all for us here tonight, though, on JTN. For all of us here, for Bristol, our producer, for my colleague, Joseph Weaver, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you guys next time, live, right here on JTN. So long for now. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill in through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the line and a wreckage behind him. You have cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Gordo for
Contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy wins the ride.